Hi. You have no idea how excited I was when somebody recommended this topic. If you didn't already know, I am in fact 5 foot and I'm also in fact a woman, and I don't know why it's so looked down upon other women to be saying this right now, but sometimes I need help from a man. I was at the airport a while ago and I had a suitcase that was bigger than me. I was going on a really long trip and I feared going to baggage claim and having to get this suitcase off of the baggage claim carousel because I honestly didn't think I was gonna be able to pick it up. And I was surrounded by a bunch of men and I thought surely at least one of them was gonna try to help me. And here my bag comes and here I go trying to pick this bag up. And I struggled so hard, you guys. I made a fool out of myself trying to pick this bag up, and not one of these men around me offered to help me. Not one of them asked to help, not one of them asked which bag is yours. And guess what? I don't blame them at all. In the absolute slightest, I don't blame them because chivalry is dead and women killed it. Do I think that that was the intention of the creators and the founders that pushed the feminist movement? No, I honestly don't. I think the intentions were good and I obviously stand with women's rights and women having the equality and freedom to do what men do. But unfortunately, that's not what this movement has become. There's 3 huge reasons why I personally believe that feminism has ruined modern dating. So let's get into it.
No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot. And if a male does approach you, you need to turn around and use the strongest voice that you can possibly use with him. Literally yelled at him and I said, "Do not approach me."
This all started in the 60s when the feminist movement grew rapidly when a woman gained the right to remove a baby from her body if she didn't want the baby. Once this was passed, sex outside marriage became popular and casual sex became socially acceptable. As you can see how much of an effect this day in history had on all of us. On top of the fact that around the same time as this, birth control also became available. Now, because women are so involved in casual sex, this has made it so much harder for women that are actually looking for marriage. A very large percentage of men are only looking for casual sex. Why would a man even want to get married when he knows he can just have casual sex? Especially when it's never been easier to get. We are living in a world where sex has no value. And we are all so numb to it to the point where we watch people have casual sex on our TV screens in our living rooms with our family. We basically all have porn in our living rooms. And Hollywood loves to show you 2 people that are not married having sex together within 24 hours of meeting. And this does follow its way back to the root of the problem, which is feminism, which was created by the feminist movement that gave women the right to remove a baby and the right to stop a baby from even being formed in the first place. Anyone looking for a serious and committed relationship is going to have a really tough time, is having a really tough time because casual sex is so readily available. Okay, here's the second reason. The second way that the feminist movement has affected modern dating is a huge one for me, which is gender roles. Like I said before, I don't know if this was the intention of the feminist movement in the beginning, but here we are. The world we are living in today pushes men down and lifts women up. Women are the boss babe, they are the leader of the house. Then men are portrayed as weak, and many movies even portray men as the stay-at-home dad. Hollywood looks to make the men more feminine and the woman more masculine in every way. And I'm sorry, but this is a major turnoff for me. I want a man. I want a man that is going to protect me, lead me, and care for me. I want to be led by the husband that God has for me. And I don't want to feel like I have to try to take that role over because it isn't being filled. There is nothing more attractive to me than when a man is being a man, doing manly things. And guess what? I'm not the only one. So many women are wanting this because we are designed to want this. True godly women are desiring men. Yes, Jesus was gentle, but he also threw over a table and casted out those who were selling in his father's house. Society wants men to be weak. And if your eyes are open to the wickedness that's going on in the music industry and in Hollywood, you will clearly see how the devil has not changed. In the Bible, we see that God says you can eat from anywhere in this garden. Just don't eat from that one tree or you will surely die. Then Satan comes and says, can it really be that God had said, you shall not eat from any tree in the garden? He twists what God meant for good and the gifts that he gave us and the order and design that he gave us those gifts in. The order and design that works, that we are the happiest in. Today we see God says marriage should be between a man and a woman. And Satan says, well, why can't it be between 2 men men or 2 women. And God says that we're supposed to respect husbands as the head of the household. And Satan says, well, why can't women be the head of the household? Because God didn't create it that way. And when you do things that are out of God's design and out of the order that we're supposed to live, things fall apart and we get hurt. Okay, here is my third reason of why I believe feminism has ruined modern dating. Prior to feminism, we had a wife at home cooking, cleaning, caring for the kids, raising up the kids, raising up the family, making sure everything was in order. That was her role, and that is what the biblical wife that God designed, that's what she looks like. And she's pretty awesome. And we had the husbands that go out and work. I'm gonna get so much hate for saying this, but I'm sorry, that looks like an absolute dream to me. But this all happened because with the feminist movement, so many women entered the workplace, all on top of still taking care of the responsibilities at home. So now we do both things. With all that being said, here is where I think we're at with modern dating, suffering the hand of the feminist movement. Men are afraid of women. Men are afraid to hold the door for women. Men are afraid to even approach a woman. Rightfully so, because they are in fear that they're going to be verbally attacked, or even worse, that women will film them and post them on TikTok or any other social media app. Even girls working out in the gym. It's like a viral video for a girl to be filming herself working out and then a guy checking her out in the back of the video. Have we really come to the point where we don't want men to even look at us? It's disrespectful for a man to be interested in you. It's just getting so out of hand, and I don't know how we got here. I am all for equal rights, but I will not stand with a movement that is so clearly a war against men and a war against God. A movement that stands for the opposite of everything that God created and the way he created for it to be and to flourish. I think the problem solver here would be for women to start becoming more like women again. Women need to start becoming more feminine again, valuing who they get into bed with, valuing their bodies and what they choose to wear and how they portray themselves online. I think women need to start valuing children and caring about the next generation more than they do of being a boss babe, because the feminist movement is not working in favor of women. Women are unhappy. Women's happiness has been declining, and we are talking about a movement that was for women. And as for men, I think men need to start spending more time in the Word of God and finding out what God says about you and who God created you to be, and stand firm in that. You were created to lead and to be confident in your ability to lead. Men were created to be leaders. I think the media knows that. I think the government knows that. And they know if they can make the man weak, they make the families weak, and then they have more control over us. They don't want the family unit, and they don't want men. Know who you were created to be. If you are a man watching this, you were created to be masculine. And girls like that. We are looking for that. Women are attracted to men that are strong physically, mentally, and spiritually. That is how we are designed. If you walk in that, you are gonna stand out so much, because there's just not that many men out there anymore. We have an epidemic of people who do not know who they are and who they are created to be. And it's a shame. Women and men are created for different roles, but we are equal in the eyes of God. And you will be the happiest that you've ever been when you choose to walk in the design and order that God created us and this world to be in. I love you guys. I love this topic. I really hope you loved this video. If you did and you made it this far, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I help you build your faith in Jesus, grow closer to Jesus, and just live a life that is full and happy, because God came to give us life and life abundantly. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you for our next one. God bless you, and I will see you in the comment section. Okay. See you guys. Bye.